The deadly queens of crime, female gangsters who ruled the underworld. They weren't just the wives or girlfriends of criminals, they were the masterminds. From the slums of Lagos to the dangerous streets of Johannesburg and even the feared mafias of America, these women built criminal empires, ruled with an iron fist, and became legends in the underworld. Some were feared. Others were worshipped. But they all had one thing in common: they were untouchable, or so they thought. Today we uncover the terrifying stories of the 5 most dangerous women in crime history, 3 from Nigeria, 1 from Africa, and 1 from the West. Who were they? How did they rise to power? And how did their reign of terror finally come to an end? Let's find out. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. These are the stories they don't want you to hear. 1. Oyin Da Boss, the queen of Lagos drug cartels. Meet Oyin Da Boss, the woman who turned Lagos into a drug empire in the 1980s and 1990s. With a network that spanned from Nigeria to Europe and the Americas, she controlled cocaine and heroin shipments worth millions. She bribed officials, silenced rivals, and even had police officers on her payroll. Her rule was brutal. Those who crossed her disappeared. But what finally brought her down? A betrayal from within. 2. The Lady Terror, Aisha Kabir and the Northern Assassins. Aisha Kabir wasn't just a crime boss, she was a warlord. Operating from northern Nigeria, she ran an assassination ring feared by politicians and businessmen alike. If someone needed to disappear, Aisha was the one to call. She controlled a gang of over 200 men, used witch doctors to make her invisible to enemies, and eliminated rivals without leaving a trace. But when she set her sights on a high-ranking official, she made one fatal mistake: trusting the wrong person. 3. Chioma the Iron Lady, Nigeria's most feared fraud queen. Chioma wasn't a killer, she was a mastermind. Known as the Iron Lady, she ran one of Nigeria's largest financial fraud syndicates, scamming banks, politicians, and even international organizations out of millions. She was so powerful that when the EFCC tried to arrest her, they found her files had mysteriously vanished. For years she was untouchable. But one email, one careless mistake, changed everything. 4. The Black Mamba of South Africa, Nomsa the smuggler. Nomsa the Black Mamba ran one of South Africa's most dangerous smuggling rings: arms, drugs, even human trafficking. She was ruthless, eliminating anyone who got in her way, and she had politicians under her control. Her gang was so feared that even the police refused to go after her. But her own greed led to her downfall, when she made a deal with a cartel she didn't fully understand. 5. Griselda Blanco, the Cocaine Godmother of America. Griselda Blanco, the most feared woman in the history of drug cartels. She ruled the streets of Miami with an iron fist, ordering over 200 assassinations and smuggling cocaine worth billions. Even Pablo Escobar feared her. But like all crime bosses, her power had limits. After decades of evading the law, she was finally brought down, not by the police but by one of her own. These women built empires. They controlled armies. They struck fear into the hearts of men. But in the end, crime has only one ending: death or prison. Which of these stories shocked you the most? Do you believe more female crime bosses exist today? Let us know in the comments. If you love true crime stories like this, hit the like button and subscribe for more. And remember, sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones you least expect.